Tonight on Rodney Spitz P.I., the gang is hurled headlong into a dangerous game against a deadly monster deep within the forest. Will they become food for thought, or can they stop the monster and survive their CamP.I.ng trip? Take it away, gang.
Hey Rodney, all set for the annual P.I. convention? You're not going to charge the stage and puke all over the keynote speaker again, are you? I hear it's supposed to be renowned sexpot Angela Lansbury.
You bet your ass, bucko! And by that, I mean I'm packed and ready not to puke this year.
Well, you just keep dreaming those boyish dreams, Rodney. I hope you're brushed up on your hard-boiled slang. This is just about the only weekend we can go full P.I.
Don't worry, Bricker. I can slip into grimy detective talk about as easily as I slip out of a pair of sweatpants I'm looking to fence.
Oh, really? Well, you just remember what I said about tipping corn. You go over the edge with the Rams like last year, and me and the crew will just dust off.
And like I rapped before, Bo, this is the year that my lifetime of gumshoeing ponies up with a visit from the butter and egg man.
Ooh, I see you two are gearing up for the convention. Getting your talk all P.I. Mind if I practice some?
Keep your chin into yourself, Reno. Don't be a bunny and try putting me in the Chinese squeeze, Bo.
The thing is, Reno, Rodney here thinks he's going to ankle away with some Mazuma this weekend. I don't think this Bo digs that walking out on the roof and throw it at Joe is not any sort of cabbage. It's more of a state of mind.
Ooh, so you are aiming to spew all over the speechmaker again, eh? Good show.
I see you're all in top form, flexing the gritty vernacular of the noble gumshoe in preparation for this weekend's festivities. I know I'm certainly looking forward to the awards dinner. Why? Have you decided to replace Rodney as the belligerent drunk at our table this year? We're done with the hardboiled slang, right? Chupacabra, boys. That's right. It's a chupacabra.
I knew it!
What the hell were you doing locked in the broom closet, Squint?
I wasn't locked in, I work in maintenance now. I slept in here last night. You might say I'm married to the job. I ate an apple Danish as the sunset. Now about this chupacabra.
Let me guess. You want us to hunt and kill a chupacabra?
Well, that's a fine guess, but not exactly, Chief. See, a chupacabra is a cruel and bloodthirsty, factional beast. More of a nuisance than anything. See, when I asked you to kill a chupacabra, it was only to soften you up for what we were really going after. Why, I want you boys to hunt down and kill a pope-like monster. A creature all too real. And all too
Terrifying. Any young boy growing up in Fleming County, Kentucky will tell you, you don't go down to the Norfolk Southern Railway trestle bridge after dark. Part man, part goat, part sheep, ooh-wee. He'll hypnotize you till you throw yourself off the bridge. Heck, it may even derail a train. But I ain't never heard of it leaving the trestle before.
Well, it seems this pope-like monster has decided to take up residency at my property up north. I got a small cabin. It's quaint. Lots of privacy. Sugar maples, rolling hills. Unfortunately, I got a set of cabin, Chief. Divorce. Liquidating assets. Cabin's gotta go. But I can't get the cabin gone if the area's ripe with pope-like monster.
And how many PLMs are we dealing with here? Half a dozen? Baker's dozen? And what do you think about calling them PLMs for short? I think it's kinda neat.
Ooh, there's only one pope-lick monster. I reckon there's a goat man up Maryland way, but it ain't no PLM.
0600. Bring your camping gear, boys. We're going pope-like monster hunting. I really do need to settle this cabin.
Sadly, Squint, it's the annual P.I. conference this weekend, and we're all on our way to the shuttle bus in just a moment. We'll go up next weekend. A walkabout will be good for the blood.
Well, I can see you've made your decision, friends. First, I'm sorry you'll be missing your precious P.I. convention. Second, I've drugged and kidnapped the lot of you, and I'm leaving you out here on my land until either all of you or that bastard Poplek monster are dead. Or until Sunday late afternoon when I come pick the survivors up. I got mass and brunch in the morning. That's gonna take up most of the day.
You didn't have to kidnap us, Squint. You could have just said it was urgent.
I thought I did when I said I had to set out a cabin. I really do need to set out this cabin. I want to make that clear now.
Oh man, if this is what being drug-bound and taken to a remote cabin feels like, if we get out of this alive, I have got to call some women and apologize. What are our chances, Reno?
Ooh, I'd say 50-50, friend. Poplek monster is a mighty tough tumbler.
Well, I hate to deposit you gentlemen here so crudely, but I left you with plenty of ammunition, and I packed you a picnic lunch. There's a pocket knife and a duffel there. I reckon you'll worm your way to it soon after I leave and cut those bonds off you. And I suggest you get to it soon. You don't want to find yourselves lying hopeless on the edge of Poplek-infested territory when the sundown comes a-knocking.
Nice work with that knife, Watson. Those bonds were beginning to chafe. In a bad way. You're welcome, Bricker. You know, you learn a few things about handling a blade driving lorries for the Royal Service. Now about our current predicament.
Yeah. How the hell do we hunt a Poplek monster?
Honestly, is no one going to take the joke about Poplek? Or is it just that it's too damn obvious? Well, clearly our janitor is off his rocker. I mean, it makes me ponder my decision to hire him in the first place. I do love his stories, though, yes. Oh, they're from a simpler time. Look, come to your senses, everyone. There is no Poplek monster.
Ooh, March 22nd, 1947. September 8th, 1949. August 29th, 1954. June 13th and 14th, 1976. Long weekend. January 15th, 1984. Reverend King's birthday. You take those dates down to the bank. Look that shit up in computer. Ooh, you'll find it. Just like he found my buddy Trout on the 9th of November, 1992. Snapped him like a twig. Threw him off a bridge while old Trout was playing chicken with a train. He died doing what he loved, though. Find the Poplek monster. Hanging around the trestle bridge. Having a good old time.
Well, if there's something out there, there's only one way to find it. Let's build a fire. Stake it out.
Ooh, fancy sounding plan, Rodney. Looks like I'm not the only one with Poplek monster hunting experience. I'm in.
This PLM ain't gonna know what hit him.
So this is just it then, eh? We're all just gonna be fed to an Appalachian fairy tale. Bravo! Bravo.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I've been eaten by a fictional monster. And if I have my druthers, it won't be the last.
Ooh, heck, Watson. I do recall the last first time we were in the woods together. And I remember you being pretty happy I got you out of that there jam.
Goodness, I'd very nearly forgotten about that case. Those classical gas bikers chased me through the woods for hours before Reno here stumbled upon me at the side of a desolate Wichita road.
Ooh, I'd pulled over. Had to drain the pipe. Here comes this King England from out the woods. Starts talking all fancy something about honky-tonk bikers. So, I gave him a lift.
Ha! You drove like Ulysses himself, son. And with Reno's help, I tracked down those bikers and returned the Jewel of the Nile to its rightful owners, Ms. Kathleen Turner and Sir Daniel Michael DeVito Jr.
Ooh, he cut me in heavy. Finder's fee, 20%. Man, dragging don't come cheap.
And I offered him a job right then and there. Come to the city, be a P.I., catch the glory, the fame, the sleaze. Bricker, I'm looking at you here. Up top, Your Majesty.
Ooh, and here I am today. Most famous man in my family. Heck, maybe county. Been written up in the newspaper. Twice. Neither one about me committing a crime. Mama's proud. Pappy's dead.
I started the fire. You're welcome.
Rodney, where did you get that flare gun?
I packed it for the P.I. convention this weekend. I wanted to make sure I didn't lose you guys in a crowd like last year. For weeks.
But old shitbag came back. We thought he was a gunner. But old shitbag came back. Why won't he just stay away?
Put a tail on Rodney Spitz. Follow him on Twitter or like him on Facebook.
Hey, so what do we do if we actually find this Pope-like monster? Kill it? Or just slap it around some? Make it talk.
Ooh, that's a fine idea, Rodney. If it does speak English, and I believe it does, we should make it talk. Ask it why it's so far north from Kentucky, so far from its trestle bridge, and why it's tormented my hometown for nearly 70 years. And ask him if he remembers old Trout. Then we kill it, stuff it, put it on a mantle, look at it while we're eating Sunday brunch.
Well, you both seem to have a fine plan for axe-wielding Kentuckian railroad beasts. I look forward to seeing it on the mantle next to my Lifetime Achievement Award, which I shan't be receiving tonight in front of an adoring audience of my licensed private investigative peers.
Lifetime Achievement Award? Hey, they were giving away one of those things at the P.I. convention tonight. I don't want to jinx it, boys, but I think I'm a shoo-in.
Rodney, I'm so sorry to have to break this to you. Watson is this year's winner. It's been announced for quite some time. I'm so sorry.
Wow. It seems the best man won.
Rodney, where are you hey, should somebody go? He's gone. Well, I had prepared a speech.
Ooh, I'm in a speech listening mood. With this fire crackling, I'm liable to just get wrapped up. Go on now. Give it a try on us.
No, oh goodness, no, I certainly wouldn't want to bore you chaps with it. No, go for it, Watson. We gotta pass the time until Rodney comes back or turns up dead, and I could listen to your bangers and mash nonsense all night. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, if you gentlemen insist, yeah. I believe it was Kent in Lear who once said, "Sir, I am too old to learn." Oh, get on with it. Well, I was raised in Leicester, and I suppose you'd say sleuthing is in my blood. My great-grandfather worked the Ripper case. Steve the Ripper, the notorious 19th century pickpocket. A gruesome lad. He terrorized London, ripping men's watches from their waistcoat pockets while they sauntered in the square. When my great-grandfather was ready to retire, my grandfather fought and killed him for his job in accordance with the Queen's law. He was one of the primary investigators at Scotland Yard in the strange case of the Hyde murders.
Ooh, I knew it. I'm getting all wrapped up. Go on now.
Well, that tannery didn't produce good hide for weeks after those lads were pushed into the scudding machine. It was my father who first attempted the journey overseas to India. When he arrived, he was surprised and confused that all the Indians had white faces and spoke English, broken and primitive though it was. Well, it turned out he'd gotten on the wrong connecting flight out of Dublin and landed in San Francisco, the Bay Area, in the late 60s. And not a moment too soon, either. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror was at its peak, you see. It took him 13 years, but my father finally captured the maniac who had killed the astrologist who persistently given him dreadful horoscopes. But in the end, those horoscopes were a self-fulfilling prophecy, don't you think? Your father didn't catch Zodiac. We did. Pause for effect. What are you talking about? My father received commendation from the deputy mayor of Crest Valley. Your father is an imposter. The real story is a legend with the boys of the agency. Turns out it was Lee Harvey Oswald. Acted alone. Again. Of course, that's old history now. Back then, when I was a spy. But screw the agency. I didn't need their parties, danger, adventure, sexy dinners, embassy bombings, diamond capers, or underwater knife fights. But you can only snort so many embassy bombings up your nose until you're an addict. You need it. You need the rush of legal mule strapped for C4 around a crowded market on the way to a Saudi king's birthday party. And then they just take it all back. And all just for sleeping with the chief's wife. And daughter. And mail carrier. All on the same mission.
Ooh, I'm liable to get wrapped up twice. Carry it on now. What was the mission?
To sleep with the chief's wife. The daughter and mail carrier were just collateral damage.
Ooh, wow, Breaker. You have really lived.
I used to think I had it all, that I'd grabbed life by the titties and sucked them dry. But have I lived? Have I really? And what do you call living, buddy? What do you call base jumping into the Amazon in a $17,000 alligator suit while bringing a resurrected Mayan princess to climax? Do you call that living? Huh?
Ooh, I'd call that living.
Or how about bare knuckle boxing 2 European bobcats on the observation deck of the Eiffel Tower to determine the fate of the landlocked Republic of Belarus and their priceless cachet of pirate gold? That's not living. And besides, my days as an international playboy involved in global espionage and rampant interracial sexual deviance were numbered. The writing was on the wall after the office found out I was having sex with 65% of the chief's family. I placed an ad in the classifieds offering freelance work.
Hey, Senor Bricker, your ad say spy, contractor, for hire. Does that mean you can keep a secret?
Of course I can. I've lived the past decade as a highly decorated and skilled international secret agent.
Good. Cause you know what, man? When I hire you, I did not get the building permit for this deck. Huh? Shh. Can you keep another secret?
I know the location arming codes for every nuclear warhead in the continental US of A. I'm a human vault.
Good, cause you know what, man? I'm gonna pay you for this secret deck with drugs. Can you keep like one last secret?
Damn it, I was assigned to the security detail of Michael Jackson's clone. My life is mystery. I'm locked down harder than a softcore lesbian prison skin flick.
Good, cause you know what, man? Someone who is not my daughter just backed up into your car. It looks pretty dinged up, but shh. Oh no, that is my daughter.
Ah, Jesus Christ, wait. I didn't know you were to die.
You know. Shh. Hey, Maria! Hasta luego!
Yep, it was all pretty glamorous. Up until now. Now I'm just hanging out with you river pigs.
Boy, am I glad I met you, Mr. Chipmunk. I never got your name. Oh, you didn't give it? I'm gonna call you Doug, even though you're a girl. Hey, do you know Jeff? He's a Cocker Spaniel, and he spells it Geoff. No? Well, remind me to introduce you sometime. As you probably noticed, I'm kind of bummed right now. I was up for a big award tonight. It was close, but the other guy got it. But I thought maybe this was my year. My divorce got finalized. I pinned a hobo for a side of salmon last week. And that poltergeist in my office? Well, he's been on vacation in Europe all winter. He even sent me a chilling postcard. Copenhagen. But getting back to my sob story, I thought that Lifetime Achievement Award was mine for the losing. My life plays out like a movie. Action, adventure, drama, hentai. Did I ever tell you about my younger years? How I discovered I was a magnum among P.I.s. I was the Serpico of the schoolyard, and at 10 years old at that. I caught the teachers having happy hour at 11 in the morning in the teacher's lounge. Threatened to squeal to the brass at the board unless they took me out of the special ed class and gave me a straight C- for the rest of the year. By the time I was in high school, I was already shaking down parents who were having affairs after school to earn enough money to buy the things I needed to steal my first gun. And it was in high school where some wise words from an old sage guided me in the right direction. I remember that visit to my guidance counselor as if it was yesterday.
Yeah, kid, sit down. Okay, I'm just ordering some lunch. No, I'm here. Okay, I'll have a number 46. Spring rolls, right? The fried ones? But, well, what other kinds are there? No, don't worry. You don't gotta check. No, hello. So, kid, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When did you know what you wanted to be, Mr. Baskill? Did you always want to be a guidance counselor? What sort of lunch you ordering? Can I have some?
Well, okay. Oh, you sure ask a lot of questions, kid. What are you, a detective?
Should I
Yeah,
be?
no, I'm here. I'm still here. Yep. 3 kinds of spring rolls, huh? Well, F a duck. Well, I'll have the ordinary ones.
I do like sneaking around.
Wait, what? No, creepy, kid. Creepy. No, and I want 4 fortune cookies. What do you mean that's not your religion?
So, I should be a detective, right?
Yeah, kid, do whatever the hell you want, okay? Look, I'm gonna level with you. I'm obliged to see every student for 15 minutes at least once, okay? So, check. Boom, okay? Heck, you should work at a Chinese food restaurant. I mean, make life a whole lot easier, okay? All right, good luck out there, Randy.
Rodney.
So you egg rolls drink coffee? Cause you got any like Chinese coffee or no? Don't check. Don't. Ah, God, You still here, kid?
I stole my first badge that afternoon. Stole this fairy trench coat, too. I've grown into it over the past 30 years. Mother always said I was a grower, not a shower. Whatever the heck that means. Doug, did you hear that? I think it's a Poplik monster. And I've heard enough about him to know. What should we do? Fucking cover? Stop, drop, and roll? The locomotion? Do the locomotion? Well, forget all those plans, Doug. I'm about to show you how a real man handles a Poplik problem. Ah! Oh no, the flare went wide!
For all Spitz all the time, visit RodneySpitz.com.
Ooh, and then that pickup truck turned right into a woman. Strangest thing I ever did see. Beautiful truck. Sweet cherry red.
Does anyone else hear that? Look alive, men. It must be the fabled beast, the Poplik monster!
Help! It stuck up on me and Doug. Poplik, chasing me through the woods. I shot my last flare at it, but it went wide. I think it's following the scent of these dill pickle chips. Quick, someone help me eat them. Doug doesn't like them.
Well, whatever it is, it's close behind you. Draw your arms from their veiled, sheathed sleeps.
What do you mean? Huh?
What's he knocking about?
I don't know.
Boomsticks! Boomsticks, you idiots! Muskets, your English horns!
Reckon he means guns.
Yes, guns!
Oh.
Got it.
Onto the breach, my friends, and don't fire until you see the whites of the beast's eyes. Hold. Hold. Hold.
Man, this got dramatic in a hurry. Do you like my new friends, Doug? I think they like you.
Hold your fire, you limp dick P.I.s. It's me, Squint, for maintenance.
Ooh, janitor's back early.
Maintenance, friend. God is dead, and brunch has been postponed. So I thought I'd spend some quality time with friends, hunting Poplik monster, telling stories about how we met. And it wasn't hard to find you boys either. I just followed the loud, drunken idiot who was having a conversation with a little woodland creature. Well, hello, Rodney.
Hey, you Squint. Good to see ya. Have you met Doug? He's pretty much part of the gang now.
Well, it's my pleasure, Doug. I hear you got something against dill pickle chips.
Where did you get that drink?
I brought it from home. Kept it on ice.
How'd you get the ice?
I lowered the temperature of the water. Chief.
Well, now that we're through that false alarm, can we all just go back to not believing in the Poplick monster?
Ooh, I'm beginning to see. To kill the Poplick monster, we've got to stop believing in the Poplick monster. So simple. After 70 years of horrifying tragedy.
Squint, your van had better be full of booze, girls, and me, and leaving in 15 minutes. Or else I'm gonna...
You hold it right there, friend. I come all the way down here to stare into a fire and warm my soul. Hunt Poplick with friends. Look, I feel bad about drugging the lot of you and driving you out here to feed you to the monster. Heck, I'm the new guy. I should be trying to fit in. Look, forget the cabin. The lawyers can take it as is. I'm too tired to fight another monster today. Van leaves in T-minus 14 minutes. You're on it, or you're left here with Poplick. And not another word out of you, Brecker. I signed for 3 Japanese sex doll deliveries while you were away. They're more human than I am. One of them's closed 6 of Rodney's cold cases already. She's on a hot streak.
Doug, I know we promised each other a lot of things these last few hours. But I'm a P.I., damn it, and you're a chipmunk. We both know this friendship can't work. It won't work. I'll come and visit you. But this can never be my home. I'll see you soon, Doug. I'll see you soon.
Really? Guys, I'm genuinely concerned that he's hitting a new low. Is anyone else seeing this?
Rodney. I didn't know you were still here. Working late in the office, I see.
Nope, I live here.
Me too. Only place I got.
Oh, so what happened to the cabin and the Poplick monster?
Funny you should ask. I just got off the phone with my realtor. Turns out the reason the cabin wasn't selling wasn't no Poplick monster. It was faulty plumbing. Bad septic. Explains the terrible odor and undrinkable water. Explains it a whole lot better than Poplick. I suppose I jumped to conclusions based on some pretty weird dreams.
It happens to the best of us. So you fixed it up and sold it, eh?
Funny you should ask. I just got off the phone with the volunteer fire chief. The cabin and the 50 acres surrounding it all burned to the ground.
Doug?
I'm sorry. Doug's gone.
How?
Funny you should ask. Smoke inhalation. Chief found him passed out. He tried to resuscitate him, but he snapped him in half like a lobster tail. The service is on Thursday. Chief will make sure there's no dill pickle chips at the service.
Oh, thank you, Squint. It's what Doug would have wanted.
It seems a wayward flare nestled itself into a nutty pine and smouldered for days until it turned the forest into a raging inferno. It's nothing but ashes now. Luckily, my insurance should cover all the damages. The cabin is now settled. I just gotta deal with the boat.
A boat?
Funny you should ask. I got an old trawler up in a loch in Scotland I've been having some unique trouble with.
Let me guess. The Loch Ness Monster.
Not quite. Barnacles. Scourge of the sea. I need a couple of good hands scrape it clean for me this weekend. Can't do it myself. Brunch was rescheduled. And I'm looking into Buddhism.
Boy, I wish I could help you. But I have a crippling fear of flying. And there's no other way to get there.
Well, if you need it, an old ally of mine is a rusty merchant tug docked in Santiago. You give me 5 to 7 weeks and he'll have it floating in the river behind the office, ready for adventure.
But there's no river behind the office.
So you'll be needing a river then? Well, I got a friend you can call for that, too.
I always thought I could be a riverboat captain. But I still have all my teeth.
Rodney Spitz P.I. is conceived, written, and performed by P.I.s Productions. Follow, listen, and subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or Spreaker. If you like this episode, share it. If you really like this episode, please comment and rate Rodney Spitz in iTunes.